So this is how we just move from one story. And when we're on this story, man, when we're on these stories, you'll be thinking that we're not going to live there in the next, that we're just going to be on that story. But let something else just break, we will drop it like it's hot and then we'll move on. You see, in Nigeria, the way we quickly move on from one issue to another should be studied. We just move like this. There was a time it was Two-Face versus Annie Dibia. The way we sat on that matter, you'll be thinking that we can never move on to another. And then we moved on to Mercy Chinwo and easy concept. From there, there was a time it was Mercy Chinwo and VDM. There was a time too it was who again? Nedu and VDM. We moved from there. We had Senator Natasha and Senator Akpabio. We had, Governor Fubara of Rivers State and former Governor Nyesom Wike. And then we had this copper versus President Tinubu. And now we are back again to Governor Fubara and former Governor Nyesom Wike. And I mean, we're coming back to it now because of the big one, which is the suspension and the declaring of a state of emergency. So this is how we just move from one story. And when we're on this story, man, when we're on these stories, you'll be thinking that we're not going to live there in the next, that we're just going to be on that story. But let something else just break, we will drop it like it's hot and then we'll move on. So, but I'm just here to talk about the copper's own again, like some things that happened in the past few days that I didn't have the time to talk about. So you remember that they told her to report to the states, their local government secretariat and all of that, which she did. The thing is that she now went with activist Mr. Osih-Oyelude. They went together. But when they got there, the officials of the NYSC did not show up. Why? You asked her to come, and then she went there, and you didn't show up. I just like the massive support that this girl is getting. People are supporting her, and people are, throwing their weight behind them. Now, you see, everyone she called out in that video, everybody is coming to answer for themselves. But it's just so sad that, Lagos State somehow, stray bullet just hit Lagos State, because this issue truly was between her and the federal government, or between her and the economy, which of course is handled by Tinubu. So somehow, that area of that part where she said Lagos smells and all of that, I think it was in the heat of the moment. She really didn't mean it that way, but well, it came out. And so I regard that stray bullet that just went to hit Lagos State, that is just on their own. So yeah, but the Lagos State official, that one of the officials of the Lagos State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources, they came out to discredit her, claim about Lagos smelling. They said a lot of things, that even the girl, that the same Lagos that she's saying things, that she's enjoying Lagos nightlife. Well, that's not the point. Like I said, the Lagos part, when I saw her video, I was like, she shouldn't have said this part, because if Lagos is smelling and all of us, everybody's having good economy, I'm not sure people pay much attention to that. But I'm saying that was to me, for somebody looking at that video, I don't think that was her intention to call out Lagos State. See, but anyway, she later apologized to Lagosians, saying that for somebody who doesn't live in Lagos State, when you come in, the air smells different. But you see, that part it's just like some other states. Some states, and even when you travel out, there are some places you go to, smells awful. Like it yeah, like it just yeah. When you compare the air to where you're coming from, it might just you know, smell different. Now let me put it this way. There are parts that smells in Lagos. Yeah, it's understandable because of canal, because of maybe the refuse dump and all of that. I mean, it's not the whole of Lagos that is smelling. No, there are places that I've traveled to, other countries I've traveled to, and then they will tell me, oh, there's a dump site here. Oh, there is a canal here, and yeah, it can happen. So it's not everywhere that is smelling in Lagos, And in any case, the population of people in Lagos, people don't know that somehow that Lagos is like the smallest state, one of the smallest states in Nigeria. But that is the state that has the largest population in Nigeria. So Lagos is overcrowded. Lagos is choked, and that's where we have more or less all the industries, producing production and all those things happening in Lagos. Human beings, the industrialization is Lagos. So you understand that the air might be polluted. Yeah, the crowd in Lagos. Sometimes when you travel out of Lagos, yes, you will understand that. But I'm just saying that sometimes you can understand why this, is like that. But anyway, she apologized that she didn't mean it that way. That for somebody who doesn't live in Lagos, when she came in, that the air just smelled different to her. But yeah, hopefully, I genuinely feel that was like a mistake um, on her part, which she admitted, and Lagosians, you can forgive her for that. But while we are still trying to sort out that a an official, a presidential aide, Mr. Tokwe Ajayi, wrote on social media that for what this girl did, some sort of capital punishment should be melted on her. Now, capital punishment that you know, um, the highest kind of punishment that NYC can give should be, melted on her. And I think maybe the highest can be like maybe expulsion, or you're not going to be given your certificate, or whatever it is. But he was saying that the highest capital punishment by the NYSC should be given to this girl. Now, trust Nigerians, they don't even want to hear that one. Everybody started writing that the president's aide, Tokpe Ajayi, is calling, for like death by hanging. This one that for the girl and all of that. And yeah, people are angry. Well, you see, people are angry and they don't mind whether you were misinterpreted or you were misquoted, whatever it is. The fact that you're saying, I don't know whether the word capital punishment applies to NYC. Because it's a paramilitary, whatever, yes, but capital punishment, I can understand why people would take it that way. Because all this guy did was to say that the president has been terrible in handling the economy. And you went from 0 to 100. You see, Mr. Tokpe, if I were you, I would have sat this one out. Considering your position, you shouldn't put yourself in a situation where people will misquote you like this. And like, for your position again, what are you going from blog to blog commenting on that commenting in their like blogs? Don't you know who you are? Like, if you were going to bring out an official statement, that would have made sense. But a presidential aide, you're reading blogs and going to comment on blogs and saying stuff. Do you think people would tell you, oh, well done for doing that? No, they wouldn't. So you see why they don't care whether that was what you meant or that wasn't what you said? They are saying that you're calling for death by hanging for this girl. And that is not looking good for you. Again, talk about people are angry, and rightly so. Of everything the girl, said in that video, you decided to just pick the fact that she's not supposed to be speaking like that. She should be given capital punishment. She should be doing. She should be this should be done to her. That should be done to her. Of everything, you did not even say on the economy. The government is still working on it. They are trying. They will do this. Hopefully, things will get better. No, crucify her. Crucify her. Crucify her. That is where the problem is. This is what people are talking about. That you're leaving the main issue and you're chasing shadows. Whether you were misunderstood, whether you people misinterpreted you, that doesn't matter. What they read is that you're calling for capital punishment, whether it's by NYSC or by government to be given to the girl. It's not like you don't get what people are going through, or you just don't want to get it. There is a serious issue here that needs to be addressed. People are hungry. People are tired. People are frustrated. People need hope. When you look into the eyes of Nigerians, you see hopelessness. People need to be told all will be fine. Not just in words, in action. Not for someone to speak and then you guys want to employ some very funny ways to want to invalidate what she said, discredit her, or make her look like she's talking nonsense. No, this girl is not talking nonsense. She spoke for a lot of Nigerians. Well, after all of this, he also came out, Mr. Tokwe came out to explain himself. That was his explanation. Maybe you can read it later. So he's explaining that, that how is him calling for capital punishment by the NYSC? How does it translate to capital punishment by, death by hanging? Nigerians don't want to know. The fact that you're working with the government that everyone is calling out to be responsible for the economic, crisis. If I were you, I would have, like I said, sat this one out. I wouldn't even say anything. If it's not an official statement that I'm bringing out, I have no business commenting on blogs. Leave that to Nigerians to do. Because now you've commented and put yourself in problem. People are already upset that, NYSC is intimidating this girl, trying to bully her, trying to silence her. And then you, on the other hand, when you know that what you are going to say can be translated to be the position of the government, that's the president, because you are his aide. Like, read the room, Tokbe. Read the room. Read the room. Anyway, hopefully, I hope the River State, problem have not come to overshadow this one. I hope that the government will still come out and listen to her cry, the cry of the copper, that the economy should be looked into. We have to live a decent, normal life in Nigeria. That is not too much to ask. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.